Hey yo, what it is, what's up? And we're back with some more Persona. And guys, honestly, the fall is here. The fall is here. So, this is basically the run of my first introduction to the fall. And honestly, I'm a little nervous because I was nervous throughout this whole entire playthrough. It was only an hour because I wanted to just like kind of get my toes wet and see what uh what I am to expect as I get into like I say the latter end of the game, right? And I want you guys to just take note of how everything looks right now, because once I make my decision, everything changes, man. Everything changes. Yeah, so it honestly, it's just a whole bunch of dialogue exchange and trying to kill time, really, because again, like the Tartarus is blocked right now. I can't really go exploring in any real manner that's meaningful, in my opinion. And like where I'm at in the story, I need to get to the fall to progress it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're just going through the humdrum of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every day is as exciting as the day before, right? Or the next, or the day coming up next, right? So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to really spend my time on that'll really be like impactful. Again, still looking for that Odin milk. Can't find it anywhere, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I wish these things were a little bit easier to find and I didn't have to go on like this crazy ass scavenger hunt to like really figure it out, But again, like what can you really do other than, do what you can, right? So it's unfortunate too. I wish this game had like more locations to go to, like expand the world, do all that world building shit. Y'all already know how it is, but yeah, man. It's really just like, it's chill right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is probably the part of the game where I be sipping coffee, I don't even drink coffee, probably more like tea. I really fuck with tea more than coffee. This is probably the part of the game where I'm sipping tea, like waiting for all the shit to pop off, you know what I'm saying? And you know, again, I'm just going through all my options here, thinking about what I can do, what I want to do. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like after going through all this, like I just rather just increase my stats. Alright, y'all. So after some walking around, I realized, you know what? I'm fucking hungry, man. So let's go eat a burger. You know what I'm saying? You know, since we're in a restaurant. Well, my character's in a restaurant eating, right? What's y'all's favorite food to eat? Honestly, like I feel like sushi is like a big weakness of mine. But if I had to like make something from scratch, like I really do enjoy making like barbecue. Like any barbecue is really good. I really want to get like a smoker and make like my own pulled pork. Start making pulled pork sandwiches from scratch. I feel like that'll be really nice. And also trying like uh I don't think it's brisket. But yeah, like just being a grill master, being like, a barbecue guy. I feel like that's just where I'll gravitate towards if when I get the tools necessary. Like I just fuck with it so much. But what about you guys? What do you guys like to cook? What's your favorite cooking thing? And I always fuck with hanging out with this lady because when we hang out, she makes tea, and I said earlier I love tea, right? And so, and I really like all kinds of tea. It really doesn't matter what kind of tea it is, so long as that I have a little bit of honey. Maybe I could add to make it a little sweeter. It depends on who I'm sipping the tea with too, because tea is always great when you have good company. You know what I mean? If y'all feel me, you know what I'm saying. be like, yeah, I'm also a tea enjoyer in the comments down below. But yeah, just just trying to shoot through the time. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 days into the fall, I believe, starting now. So I'm really just trying to eat through these 3 days as best I can by like increasing my stats however I can. You know what I mean? Like I can't really go to Tartarus because again, what am I gonna do other than rescue sleepy Joes that walk into the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And then they're like, "Oh, help me! I walked all the way up here, and now I can't walk down." Type shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait until like maybe the last day and then go to Tartarus, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, and in this game too, like I always try to utilize my resources, you know what I'm saying? The more crops I make, the more tea I have left over to use in my adventures. They'll come in handy at some point. You know what I mean? Even if you feel like you're becoming like a low key hoarder in the game when it comes to your like health items and stuff like that. It's never a bad thing to have a lot of a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I spend time with. No, this isn't Yukari. I think her name right there, but it's too small for me to see. Anyway, I spent time with this lady. You know what I'm saying? I think she a real like. You know what I'm saying? She's like a real chill chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ever have a friend that if you take her to like say like the library or like to say like a jazz club or some shit, she just fit the vibe so well. That's kind of what I get when I hang around this lady. You know what I'm saying? She also rubs me like that chick that if I was to get real nerdy and start talking about computer shit, she would just be like all up in that conversation. Right? She'd be all about them RAMs. She'd probably tell me about some GPUs that I had never even heard of before. She'd probably even try to hook me up with some games I haven't even seen yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all have somebody in your group like that, you know what I'm saying, that's a little bit introverted and shit, make sure y'all hit them up and give them a dap up. Be like, I appreciate you, G. You know what I'm saying? Because they might be the oracle that always heals you in clutch moments, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't even expect it to, she'll always come in clutch. Or he, depending on how your friend circle is constructed, right? But anyway, my fun time with my oracle is gone. Or is done, so, we moving on. When Shotty come pulling up to your bedroom like, hey, I just wanted to wake you up. It's always a good day. But yeah, it's not real, so we're gonna let it go. Oh yeah, I guess is back. Hooray! I guess honestly, she's like, I would say I guess is troubled in a very like it's very easy to understand how she's troubled as like a person, but like to see her like deal with it as like an AI, you know what I mean, and her trying to like get a grip of it, to me it's just kind of like jarring. I kind of do wish she was kind of more of a cyborg where she has like this human, she's like part human, but her cyborg personality or her cyborg parts kind of control her mind more, and she's trying to really capture that essence of like what humanity is. I feel like that's just like, I guess, a struggle, right? And like, don't get me wrong, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I guess is like an interesting character. I mean, when you look at the whole team, like, do you spend most of your time with I guess, or are you gonna like try and like hang out with other people? Is like, again, she's like on the same tier as a little dude for me. Like, don't get me wrong, if some shit go down, I'm there to fight for them and fight with them. But like, sometimes I guess just be on some shit where it's like, girl, you just need to start crying. Let that oil spill, out of your face, and like, you know what I'm saying, feel something for real. But like, again, she a robot and she don't really get it. But like, the way she talks, she get it. You know what I'm saying? She feels. You know what I'm saying? But she don't feel. You know what I'm saying? I you know, who can relate? those people who feel, but like they keep it inside, bro. Like, who can relate? That's kind of why I sympathize with I guess his character, because I can relate to like feeling but like not being able to show. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like if y'all read the conversation, y'all definitely get a feel for what I'm talking about. Like the way I guess be talking, especially in this conversation, I just wanted to give her a hug. Like it's crazy how she be talking, bro. Like I get it. You're like AI. Like you can be rebuilt and shit like that. But like that shit heavy, bro. That shit heavy, bro. And you're just talking about, oh yeah, my if I get destroyed, just fuck it, just remake me and like download me and it's all good. G. It's like nah, bro. That I know you might not feel that shit, but I know that shit hurt. Your leg working and now your leg don't work no more. Like that hurt. That hurt, you know what I'm saying? That hurted, type shit. But yeah, I don't know. Like I felt the same way with the little dude when he lost his shit, cause Sanada-san's friend died, and he was like all like depressed Batman over it, and I'm just kind of like, bro, you need to cry, bro. Do you want to like walk the dog and like talk about it and shit? I know it was all for your mother, and now you feel like an asshole for it, but like you gotta shake that off, G. You're gonna become a badass adult when you're older, bro. You had some tumultuous times as a jit. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, who can relate having tumultuous times as a jit? I'm raising my hand right now. But yeah, who can relate? I'm pretty sure my urban folk can definitely sympathize with a lot of this shit going on in Persona for sure. Especially when you be seeing niggas getting shot in front of you, you like, damn, dog. Like I feel that for real. I feel that. That's crazy. And then all of a sudden you want to go bad on these niggas, but at the same time it's like I think of at the end game, like, am I gonna get the good ending or the bad ending? And that's kind of where I'm trying to go in this game. In like, say my Red Dead Redemption, I'm kind of going towards bad because fuck it. But you know what I mean. In this, because I have like a group of young people and nice people. They're supposed to be nice people. Like with me, I'm just kind of like, man, I should just try and stay good as best I can. You know what I'm saying? See, look. And this is kind of where I wanted to keep their minds, is like looking forward, facing the challenges ahead, all the shit. And if you guys kind of get the vibe, you know what I'm saying, of what I try to instill in these people's, or in this game's mind, right? You guys can kind of get where I'm going. But boy, when I had to make the decision, I was so like nervous, and it's weird to say nervous because I just don't want to end up in like a shitty position where it's like, oh, okay, like this isn't what I want, you know what I mean? Especially out of my first playthrough, I kind of want to just get the best outcome of all my decisions. That makes any sense. And I also just want to make decisions that are true to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if okay, so this is what I was saying when I was playing this. Before I recorded the voiceover, right? What would you guys do in a situation like this? You gain superpowers, but the superpowers are causing the world to collapse. Are you going to fight to save the world? Are you going to kill an innocent soul to reset the world? You know what I mean? And make everybody forget about everything happening. Me personally, I think I would just, because so many things happen, so many friends were made, so many of things have changed to where it has shaped, so many people. Just my crew alone, they were shaped by it in so many ways. Growth has happened, maturity has happened, you know what I'm saying? Losing people in general happened, you know what I'm saying? Is it right to erase it all? You know what I'm saying? And just to like I to me I it took me a minute to think on it, but I genuinely think, because of what happened and how everyone's grown and changed and how we have evolved as a group, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you know, fighting for what we have now, the life that we have now makes sense to me, instead of rebooting it and then starting over from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when it's the end of something and also the beginning of others. You know what I'm saying? So, with that in mind, again, I'm spoiling my choice here, but at the same time, there's only really one choice if you're being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's always only one choice. You know what I'm saying? And some people might run from that choice, but at the end of the day, you might just be running in a circle right back to that same choice. You know what I mean? So that that kind of mindset just makes you want to face the challenge head on, instead of trying to escape it just to meet another challenge or the same challenge again. So yeah, I think Aegis looks just really cute in that dress as well. And then look at this, we get an evolution. She's learned some shit. She's maturing. She's growing. How beautiful. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna use Aegis in an actual battle, but I'll wait for us to get into Tartarus before I start divulging battle strategies for the main problem. Again, y'all already know I got my crew. My crew right now is looking pretty strong, and I'm a little intrepid on changing, just because I have to then get everybody, or however many people I switch out. I got to get them all back up to speed and shit, and then hopefully I don't run into any snags. And switching up the team is also gonna fuck up my feng shui. And if you give a fuck about that shit, you know how people get when you fuck up their feng shui. Sometimes, what, people get real fucking heated if you fuck up their feng shui. You know what I'm saying? And I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to guess what floor this nigga gonna be on before I even go there. I'm over here. I gotta start. I gotta start low. I gotta start low. But in my mind, I know it's like 20, 22, 25. It's like, fuck, man. Now I gotta go find this sleepy nigga and this bitch curled up in a corner, talking about, oh my god, this is one trippy ass dream. I know I shouldn't have taken these mushrooms before bed. Type shit, and I'm over here like, nigga. A part of me is like, goddamn hippies. But like, when you look at the floor level, doesn't it just look so like, if you were just on some shit and you walk into this motherfucker, you'd be like, damn, this club is insane. I gotta bring everybody here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder why clubs don't play off of the fact that people are gonna either be intoxicated, or, like, since smoking weed is legal, be high on something while in the club, and then like base the club off of enhancing that or augmenting that experience. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be really interesting, but I also feel like that has a high propensity of people having, like, their psyche melted depending on how strong the shit is. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, I feel like some people might need that shit, but, like, you know, be broken down and built up stronger through their experience, whether it's what's the word I'm looking for here, it acknowledged or not, whether they want it to or not, because that's kind of like the Russian roulette when you drink or take drugs, right? Or like smoke weed. Weed's not a drug in my mind. uh you know what I'm saying? It rebuilds you sometimes, especially if you're in some heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? It does some shit to you. You know what I'm saying?
You look really cool out there, Georgia.
Does some shit to you. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, having those, like, kind of crazy effects, well, when being around certain colors and shapes and stuff like that, like, again, it just augments the experience. I wonder once technology is brought up to the speed to where it can meld with the human interface, how that would augment how we perceive colors and even shapes. Again, we're three-dimensional beings, right? But we can only see in 2D. Imagine, Neuralinks, let's say that, because it involves sight to some extent, right? It augments your level of vision to where instead of seeing in 2D, you can see in 3 and 4D. And if some people don't understand what 4D sight is, it's basically seeing in between matter. So let's say you're in a room, right? In the room that you're looking at, you can see the four walls, right? You can see through those four walls, right? And you can also see like I believe it's like the smaller particles in the wall too. Like you can see all aspects of the object. You can see through the object that you're perceiving in your vision as well. I find that that would be quite interesting, but I also believe for, again, minds that aren't ready would be overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like you're, it's like it's like awakening to a new level of reality. Is your mind capable of understanding and comprehending the amount of information being thrown at your synapses? You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be so interesting. And then like let's say there's like other what is it? What word am I looking at or trying to get at? Augmentations, other augmentations you can throw onto the human experience. Like say you can at some extent control magnetism to some degree, right? So you can lift certain metals depending on how well how well you are with that certain specific apparatus, right? Then would you feel that way? How crazy would that impact your reality, and how much feedback would that impact your physical self? You know what I'm saying? Then things get all 3D and shit. Like I don't know. The future is so interesting when I think about it. If you guys haven't, well, I guess I don't talk about it, but yeah, I'm a big science guy. So again, like I want to be an engineer, right? I want to build planes and um, innovate the space, but that's only if I can get there, right? And if I can't get there, well then, how disappointing. Like I'm just you see you can see the possibility in things, and then you realize how the structure or the foundation of, like, say, the apparatus doesn't utilize or nurture the seeds that they're supposed to help flourish. And instead of help, like, nurturing the seed, help watching it flourish, and then watching that seed turn into like a tree that would then bear fruit into something that could help, like, say, the community in any sort of way, they just kind of squander it and then, like, throw it to the wayside because of whatever prejudice, bias you so choose to cripple your mind with. Is just it becomes sad, like, especially to a point where it's like it closes, if it forcibly closes doors for you when it doesn't make any sense. It's like certain things don't, like, make you less viable, especially if you're a functioning person, and especially if you're a functioning thinking person. Then it just makes less sense to throw away a plant because you don't like it or you don't understand the capability of the plant, right? Again, I bring back the mushroom conversation that I talked about in my last persona video that some migrants brought in, right? Imagine bringing in a mushroom that could literally make crops, make land infertile, and also make humans infertile. The amount of research you'd have to go through to just do that, you know what I'm saying, is just impressive. And if no one else knew about that and they just got away with being a supervillain for like a week, you know what I'm saying, the amount of impact it would do on a community is goddamn ridiculous. But
Really cool out there,
again,
gorgeous.
it all depends on the amount of knowledge that you receive, right? And if, like, again, the framework that's supposed to be nurturing the seeds don't give the enough nutrients to understand, like, hey, this is deadly, they're just gonna eat the thing, drink the Kool-Aid, and they don't know that they're being poisoned. It's funny and unfortunate, but I don't know. I feel like nowadays intelligence is becoming harder to discern because of maybe emotions, religion,
This'll be no
but
problem
like,
at all.
again, in my mind, I think facts just reign true, like, throughout anything, right? And common sense would reign true throughout everything, right? But there's a saying that I was always told: common sense, common knowledge isn't so common. So I wonder what is the what is consensus. It also brings my mind up to, I hear a lot of people say, be normal, you know and in my mind, I always wonder what is normal, because normal is a construct. It's what is normal to you isn't normal to the next guy. uh, the only way I can bring this into mind is, like, say you live in a really bad neighborhood and you're used to gunshots everywhere. Well, if you're in, like, a gated community and you hear a gunshot, it's probably more alarming to you than the person who's used to it. You know what I mean? The only way I can surmise it. But yeah, what do you what do you guys think is normal? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I always say I'm weird, because I know I'm not normal, regardless of what you put me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I take pride in it too, because not being normal means you don't think inside of this box that everybody is put in. You know what I'm saying? You decided to walk out of that box so far to where you become something alien, something foreign. You know what I'm saying? To the minds of others, to where they're like, damn, that's weird. Can you be normal? Well, then, can you tell me what normal, what your normal is, and I'll try and I'll try and dumb it down for you, maybe, depending on what the conversation is about, or what brings up that topic, because it could be an action. It doesn't have to technically be a word exchanged for people to be like, be normal, right? But again, what do you can you guys relate, or is that crazy? Am I crazy? Let me know. I gotta know, man. But yeah, we got a freeze off, and you guys, if you have been following my persona runs, you kind of know that I've fought this guy quite a few times, and he has some great defense and no real weaknesses. So status ailments are kind of how I think you should try and go at this monster in particular, because again, if you fight something with really good defensive stats, you just overwhelm it with ailments, and at some point it'll die, right? I think of one anime in particular where the main character, all he could do at first was paralyze and poison monsters, right? That was his whole like ability skill set. And I think to myself, wow, that's so busted. Imagine you have poison level 1, right? And it's guaranteed to hit. They might, and depending on their resistance level, that depends on how much HP it takes, right? Well, you just keep poisoning it over and over again. You stun to give yourself space and time, and then you're essentially like Batman. You know what I'm saying? You create your own prep time. You let the poison work its job, and then, you know what I'm saying? It's a done deal. Again, I think of the other conversation I brought up in my last Persona video about the guy intravenously injecting snake venom into his body to create an immunity, right? Well, if the snake venom is deadly, even intravenously entering it through your body, you'll still die. So, you know what I'm saying? You just have a potent enough poison, and all of a sudden, whatever opposition you have is a done deal. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, just trying to apply my poison and get this guy out of my fucking face. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, yeah, and I say, the plan's going pretty fucking well. Like, again, my team is curated perfectly for, I think, these situations until my healer gets O code and my butler gets fucking murdered. All right, we're gonna hold on to our how to you better hold on to your dookie because it's about to get spooky type shit. If you know who said it and you know what show that's from, drop it in the comments below. I'm curious. Hold on to your dookie because it's about to get spooky. Oh yeah, big fan of him, by the way. And so, yeah, I don't know, like, just trying to see what I can do with the tools I have available to me. And it's not this easy task, especially coming back from two people being O code, but it is doable so long as you think about how you set up your team. And I set up my team pretty well to handle situations like this. um, I think of resilience when I enter games like this. Well, this is kind of like my first time playing a game like this, but in general, my mind goes to resilience. How do you become resilient? Well, have a lot of resistances, make yourself hard to hit, and you know, heal yourself. But sometimes you're gonna need a friend to res you. So, to those who understand. I don't. There's like so much going on with the world right now that I genuinely want to just know, like, the consensus of my country, just in general, because there are a lot of riots going on, and people saying other people are acting like kings and all this, that, and a third. And you know I don't know, like, just to like bring it up briefly, I feel like we should be put first. I feel like, in general, as like America's history, we've been drawn into so many wars, right? And we haven't been given any reward nor praise that the public eye can see. And then, like, it's always during moments where things are going on at home. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why do we have to ignore what's going on at home to go help someone else's house? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then those people don't really like give anything back to us. You know what I'm saying? They tell us our leader is great, and then just move on. And it's like, I don't know. It's just a little daunting for me. I just kind of want to see, like, improvements happen for us as a country before we go help someone else with their country. You know what I mean? I also feel like when you meddle with someone else's business, their enemies become your enemies type shit. And it's just like, again, if you're making enemies and your friends don't really give you anything to really feel like, okay, like, if shit goes down, I at least know that they're gonna help me out. I'm not just helping them out. You know what I mean? It seems too one-sided is what I'm trying to get at. And then, I don't know, like, if you guys know what, I think he's Israel, the Israel leader. uh I feel like the Israel leader is just, he's trying to ignore or make us ignore the people who want to support improving the homeland first before helping anyone else. And I generally just think Tucker Carlson is right, where we should just focus on ourselves for a little bit. We have a lot of just like upset people. We have a lot of unutilized crops. In forms of people, in forms of minds in general. Again, I still don't have a job, dude, and it's like, I don't know. It just makes more sense not to go into another war and to just focus on our people, improving our country as in and of itself. And it made me a little angry too about how he said how it the saying goes, make Israel great again, and make the Middle East great again, whichever the saying was, because that was originally us, and it's kind of just like, are we great now? Have we already become great? Have we improved to where we have made America great again? I'd argue no. And the fact that they're using that slogan now and trying to incorporate us in their battle, I don't know, it irritates me, because again, we haven't even spent a year really trying to improve life here, and they're already trying to pull us out of our homeland again, just to protect theirs. And it's just kind of like why? What is the objective? I think the timing is very interesting as well. Like, it all happens at the same time. I don't believe that there are coincidences in this world. I don't. And especially when it comes to
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
things on a global scale, especially if you think about our American history and the stuff that they try to hide and the stuff that they say that didn't happen, that actually did happen. It is it's very easy to say, very easy to surmise that, there could be plans at foot. I don't like the fear-mongering aspect of it, where he says if it's my problem, it's everyone's problem. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because their enemy is barely even getting to the cusp of power that we have as a unit, right? So, we could literally just sit back and wait, and right when shit gets really sticky, we could just drop something bigger than what they could ever imagine or ever even build on them, and then start them over. I also feel like it's funny how when people want help, they don't go to their nearest neighbors, they come straight to America. It's like, why is that? That whole area is connected to it's connected to a bunch of other landlocked countries, and those countries aren't even they're not even asking for those countries for aid. They go straight to us. Is it because we are so easily swayed to jump in? I wonder. I hope that that's not the case anymore. Again, I think it's about time for us to really improve, like in a way to where it would astonish maybe the entire world. And I truly do feel like the way to do that is not by entering another war, especially if we're not going to gain anything from it. We're going to only make another enemy, and I don't see the point. Anyway, I'm off of it, I guess. Again, you guys have seen it. I fight this guy quite often as well, and I know his weakness. I know the weakness, and I'm the gunner, and I got you in my scope, so you know what I'm gonna just do? I'm gonna just shoot every time, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna shoot until you're dead. So my rioters, be careful. My rioters, be careful. If you heard what's going down in Florida, bro, you better be careful, because them niggas don't give a fuck. They'll put you in a bag, and then they'll send you wrapped up with a bow to your family. Like, here's your Christmas present, literally. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like is sad. Why are we killing each other? But again, these are other things that we should focus on other than wars in other places. Why are we pointing our guns at each other? Why aren't we coming together? Why are we fighting each other? What's the point in the riot if it's still over the whole immigration thing? You guys need to understand, again, you need to take it into court. If you've been here longer than maybe like 5 years, if everybody, every illegal immigrant that's been here for longer than 5 years decides to link up, and it's like in every nation, in every state, they pool that together and bring it to the president, like, hey, we have a problem. Can we fix this for the people who've been here doing the right, trying to be an innocent civilian, trying to improve our country by doing the shit that no one else does, and you won't let anyone else do. You know what I mean? Like, give them the opportunity to be a legitimate citizen, and but in that return, right? If again they want us to give them something, we need to be given something back in return. Just help make them feel better about the whole, giving money to like drug operations in other countries and all that shit. Just try and figure out how to uproot that snake and then cut its head off, right? And then that's another thing that we should probably focus more on in the homeland. You know what I'm saying? But that also brings up the question: can the president do two things at once? You know what I'm saying? Is going to war in one place gonna weaken the effectiveness of doing another task in another place? Is a thought of contention in my mind that I hear, or that I feel every time I hear a new problem occur. But yeah, again, I'm so curious on what other Americans think, other thinking American leaders that are out there that aren't in leadership positions. I wonder what they think. I wonder why. Because I'm off it. Obviously, there's going to have to be a generational change and a generational takeover, right? And I wonder if we're just gonna allow grooming to happen to where the same old regime continues, or if we're actually gonna see change and then pick leaders that are shown throughout whatever means, through whatever fashion, are shown to be capable enough to apply themselves in the position that they think they deserve to be given. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so curious. The world we're in a chrysalis state, I would say. And I would argue what we will become once we come out of this cocoon. What will we become? Especially when the old guard dies off. It's like a big thought in my mind. When they give me these dog shit cards, I seldom care what I grab at this point. If I see a new tarot, I grab a new tarot. If I see a persona and I have an empty slot, I grab the persona. Because if I didn't see it, it could be good fusion material. I could see something completely fucking new. You know what I mean? But all in all, like, again, I'm just trying to rush to the fall because that brings new content for me personally in this playthrough. So I'm curious about what that will bring for me, and if my team has been built well enough to combat it, right? Which I believe it is currently, because y'all see me right now, even though like I'll get hit with a surprise Oko here and there, my team is very, very sturdy, very strong. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the way I combat my issues. So, it's just all about seeing if I can handle those unknowns that this game throws at me. Am I going to be capable enough to handle those unknowns? I genuinely just want to embark on that journey. Oh, and look at that. RNGesus is on my side. I get a starting crit. Let's go. 550, that's a good amount of damage. I feel like now I have to just hit this guy with nothing but physical attacks. Did I just hit him with another weak? Oh, wind spell? No, ice. Okay. Very nice, very nice. And now we're going to jump that ass, bro. It's like we're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 again, and we're stuck in the Sandlands. We're just jumping that motherfucker's ass, because that's what we are here to do, bro. And the fact that only hit once, bad RNG. Bad RNG. But I got 2 dodges. That's pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't just use the Giga Fist, but that is fine. We end up winning. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, y'all already know what I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna take both the tarots, because honestly, in this game, money is so irrelevant. Money is so irrelevant. You get so much of it, and it's just like, what do you do with it for real? It's like it would be cool, maybe in like another Persona game, because the Persona like 4 remastered has already been dropped, and I doubt they did this, but like with the excess money you get, you can like upgrade your living with like, say, like you could make it from like a rinky-dink shack into like a mansion. You could like buy more costumes for your squad to wear. Imagine you could go to like a fucking clothing boutique and just buy a bunch of fucking clothes for your squad. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I would spend all my money on the chicks, but you know, maybe, and the dog. But you know, what would you guys spend the money on? I would definitely. I understand spending it on like yourself, making yourself look dapper as fuck, but like at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I like looking at pretty things when I play video games, so I guess that's why I play predominantly female characters, and you know what I'm saying? I predominantly make them have all the drip, because I'll make myself have like 1 or 2 changeable outfits, and then the girls got like 40 or 50, like, you know what I mean? Is that like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me though. That's just me. I don't give a fuck about what you think. At this point in the game, again, I told you guys, like, there's nothing else this place can really show me to really razzle dazzle me, right? So I'm big fish hunting, and I'm trying to find this Sleepy Joe so I can, you know, get him back to where he belongs. You know, he's been doing, she has been doing way too many things. They're tripping out in this room full of eyes that are glowing and rainbowing at her or him. And so now I'm gonna bring him back home, you know, probably give him something to help him detox and be on my merry way. Oh, the blue stuff. Gotta get the blue stuff. Yeah. Yeah. The shadows don't want to deal with me, so yeah, I'm not gonna deal with them. I don't want to waste HP or time. Imagine you could perceive time. That's a crazy concept, right? Okay, so I've been wondering this, right? Can y'all feel seconds? Like this is why I'm impatient, right? I can feel, like, I feel like I feel the seconds. Like, I can feel the seconds pass. And sometimes if it takes too long, I just get really antsy and I just start doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, can anybody relate to that? Can y'all, like, man, like, damn, this is going too motherfucking slow, man. And just start doing shit faster to hope to make, since you're going faster, the time will go faster too. You know what I'm saying? That's probably like a weird take on it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like when shit goes too slow for me, I like feel it, and I'm just like, fuck, I have to start moving faster to like make everything else move faster. That's like the thought process in my mind, though I understand it doesn't work like that. That's the hope though, right? That's why I switch my brain into like, okay, work faster, do things faster, and then maybe hopefully every time will move faster with you. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you have a job and you do that, it tends to work out that way. But You know what I'm saying? When I work out and I try to do that, I just I end up tiring myself out, and I don't, which is cool. That's why what I go there for. But like, you know what I mean? I in that instance, instead of trying to go faster, you know, I tend to try to play for survivability. I want to stretch out the time. I want to see how long I can survive doing something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a strange way to go about it. That nigga hit me in the back of the head too when he was scared of me 5 seconds ago. What the fuck? That's some snake shit. And and he missed. That's how you know. That's how you know what's up. Yeah, this is a good test of my strength, right? Because again, if anybody on my team dies, that just means I had bad cycling. My medic dodged the first hit, right? So it's just, you know what I'm saying? And everyone now it's just like, now the entire threat of the battle is gone, and I just have to kill the dude now. He had one chance to maybe do something, and it missed. The RNG's on my side now. I think I have a full set of personas, and I don't feel like getting rid of any of them. Even though I don't know what some of them do, because I've been adding and subtracting, so.
It's one of those chests.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Just try to find Sleepy Man. Oh, look, I found her. Whoopee, woohoo, whoopee, woohoo, whoopee. I'll take you back home safely, ma'am. Don't mind if I do. I do declare you'll make it home safely. Oh, yes. I always think to get into the blue room, I gotta talk to her, but that's actually an inaccurate statement. I just have to walk through this door. And again, guys, if you haven't seen my other Persona runs, I definitely think you should go check them out. You know what I'm saying? They're just...
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
They're an unfiltered version of my experience going through the game. You know what I'm saying? My first look at a Persona game. My first time playing this genre in general. If I'm gonna be honest, the only game that's kind of like this that I wanted to play that I haven't played yet is Fire Emblem. And again, I don't have a Switch anymore, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I would also like to do, you know, a similar run of this, but with the Fire Emblem games. I feel like though that run would be a little bit more enjoyable for me. I don't know why. I think it's just because maybe the characters, maybe the story. Again, I haven't seen any of the Fire Emblem stuff. I don't even know nothing about the story. But again, that's the unknown is what draws me in, right? I know more about this game than I do the Fire Emblem games, right? So, yeah. Though I will. There was another like a Persona runoff that was kind of more fantasy variant, where it had like, they were kind of like knights to an extent, and you were like a commoner, and you have to go through that whole like jazz and go through a war of some kind. I think I can't remember the game, but I'd probably play that over playing another Persona variant, just because of the story being different. And don't get me wrong, I understand like different Persona games have like different like storylines and characters and all that stuff, but in my mind, it's just like saying it's like saying a clown and a mime aren't the same thing, just because one's black and white and one's in color. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you guys are both a joke. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's New Year's. It's New Year's. It's Judgment Day for if I murder this guy in cold blood or if I just don't, you know. Genuinely, I wanted to just murder this guy and restart everything just to see what it was like. Even though I won't front. That wasn't what my consensus was. I wanted to do it just to see, like, just to be contrarian, you know, just to be like, yeah, this is probably where what normal people would do, but this is what I would do, right? I wouldn't turn back, you know. I wouldn't listen to the Ravens in Raven streams, you know. I wouldn't turn back. I would charge ahead with confidence, determination, and faith in my companions. But you know, I'm more excited about what the fall has in store for me, as you know, it starts rearing its ugly head closer and closer. You know, I am just generally excited.
Hey,
But yeah,
been a while. Midnight's just around the corner. When it hits, I'll lose
it
the
is just
storm.
around the corner. Honestly, I just want to.
I won't be mean
How
to
cool would it be is if you get an event that gives you powers that constantly grow, right? To the point where you become damn near godly, and then you fight actual gods, and then what if you, like, say, kill the god that is the main problem, and then you can, like, continue the world as it is, but you now have power,
you don't need to worry.
you know, to, like, fight the monsters or, like, the shadows. I don't even know if you beat Nyx or Nynx, if the shadows will even appear anymore, and you just keep the personas. At that point, it turns into Pokemon, and people could just get personas, and then there'd just be persona battles. You know what I'm saying? And then if that's the case, then there could potentially be, instead of just a blue room, there'd be like the Green Lanterns. It'd be rooms of all colors, and then in of itself, that could grow the game, expand the game in ways that have yet to be discovered. You know, again, there are so many avenues. Why turn back? Why not charge forward with confidence and determination of your own abilities and skills, and improving those abilities and skills to tackle future problems and to evolve the system, the frame of mind, the frame of thought of what's possible. You know, it's just so intriguing. I couldn't tell myself to turn back. I couldn't tell myself to do it, especially with, again, all the growth, development, maturity, you know, and all the scars. You know, so many people died just for us to get to this point right here. I feel like starting over would kind of shit on it all. But what do you guys think? Is that, like, weird to say? Like, I say it now, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure people would have been like, nah, man, I'm just gonna go back, and, like, I'd forget everything, and, like, you know, I'd start over. I'd just go back to my normal life of being a high schooler and fucking, you know, learn algebra and fucking, you know, try to pick up chicks and shit. Well, you know, in this you could pick up chicks and learn algebra too, but now you have a side thing of there's this new sport out there that's called Persona Versus, and, you know, that's where people, you know, use these things to activate these other personalities that battle for internet fame. Like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's interesting. You can incorporate it into the community if you figure out a way to record it, and then, like, you know what I'm saying, it becomes like football, but with guns that probably emotionally damaged children use to symbolize suicide, to reborn themselves, recreate themselves in new and interesting ways.
But I have no choice.
But yeah. As soon as he transformed, I'm like, if I keep him alive, does he join my party?
Do you see? I will bring death.
In my mind, I'm like, I had that persona like, as a companion inside of me, and I couldn't use it. That's bullshit. I'm pretty sure he would have just O-code everything. Like, what element is he? He probably every element. You see all them coffins that he has on the side? That's probably the 4 elements right there. He's the Avatar for real. He probably has fucking insta-death just, like, waiting. You know what I'm saying? And then if he's the guy I gotta fight at the end too, it's gonna be a bloody fucking battle. And I hope there's heavy metal music playing in the back, man. It's gonna be awesome. You know what I'm saying?
It's up to you. Only you can
it'd be very savage. It'd be very savage, and he's a very savage persona, and I would be more than happy to have him as a companion. Very savage.
I don't want to see you after all.
Savage, savage. Yeah, this is where my like the choice, the plague of choice overcame my mind, and I was like, do I go back? They're giving me another opportunity. Am I picking the bad ending? And then I'm just like, man, I ain't never been no bitch in my life. Fuck it. Oh my god. But yeah, we spared the guy. Yeah. To sum it up, we spared the guy. Why? Because again, you know what? Fuck it. Charge forward with confidence and determination.
I understand. As sad as I am to hear it, it's your life. I'll respect your decision. Let's get back to the others.
And you know what? This motherfucker seemed really sad that he gets to live another couple of days. The man's gonna disappear regardless of whatever the fuck I do. I thought he'd be like, man, because this guy, like, he's a minor character, right? But he loves bitches, right? He kind of has a weird thing with love in general, and like shit gets a little weird with him. But in general, he likes flirt. He just likes fucking with women. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just likes flirting. He's just a flirtatious guy. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he would be like, all right, I'm gonna drop this knowledge on you guys, and now I'm gonna go hit the club. You know what I'm saying? I thought he'd be like super jazzed, but he's like super depressed. He gets to live for like an extra 2 weeks. Like, just like, damn, bro, I thought you'd be happy. I don't know. Like, there's some extent to this, like, this game where it's really hammering in doom and gloom, and I'm just like, I mean, you could be sad about it. I mean, yeah, you could definitely be sad about it, but, you know, there are some days where you gotta just choose to be happy. And even when it's super hard to be happy, sometimes you just, you know, fake it until you make it is a saying, right?
Yo, what's up, Ryoji?
Yo. Him and Junpei were actually really cool too. So it's like, you know, do I like, he was cool with everybody, like with all the niggas in my squad, bro. Like, he was cool with me too. So it's like, do I really gotta kill a nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it, you know? Like, I don't hate him. Now, if it was the other dude that had a problem with IGIS and all that shit, and that played both sides of the Persona users to like fight each other and all that shit, oh yeah, I would have iced his ass in a minute. But you know, it's not. He was just a cool dude. He was in my class, you know what I'm saying? He was flirting with the chicks, you know. He stayed away from my chick. You know, we were good, bro. We cool.
It's exactly 1 month from tomorrow, January 30th.
Ain't got nothing to say to him.
On that day, Nyx will descend, and that's when the world will end. Tartarus
You don't
is a
want to see
gigantic
my
rift in
grown
the night
boy.
sky. It acts with the appriser's arrival. Nyx learns that the way has been prepared, and with her.
That explains why it's called the Tower of Demise. So what you're...
That's right, but remember, after today, you'll be fighting against... I've said it before, but Nyx can't be defeated. When you come face to face with her, you'll finally understand why.
I find it very interesting how I'm going back through this game, and the part that I'm at right now is called The Fall. And again, given all of the things going on in the world right now, it's just kind of like, I don't know. There's some level of like weird poetic shit that's going on in my mind. But like, I always try to remember that there's a saying out there: once you become enlightened, you see something in everything. And I try not to fall victim to that, right? That's probably the most dangerous thing about enlightenment, right? Is seeing everything and not knowing
Best wishes,
what
and come
is
here.
false and what is true, right?
That's what you said
When you
New
see
Year's
all
Eve,
the options, when you can see all the pieces on the board, when you can see every move. Not saying I can, but when you get closer to understanding, it becomes more possible, right? Anyway, I'm just rambling. Excuse me. Had to sneeze.
We have 1 month until January 31st.
You know, and they're just talking about, you know, when Ninx comes through, are we gonna be ready? And I genuinely believe, no doubt in my mind,
We'll get
so long as that my people that are with me continue to grow and learn new spells, and I get new spells too, like there's no reason why we can't beat her or him or whatever it is, right?
We now bestow the
And then now it's like leveling up my Arcana, and I'm pretty sure I was already max full. Surprising how I have full maxed out, right? But yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure I was already max full.
I and thou.
But you know, they say that the fool is a very strong character, very strong archetype to be in. Judgment. I wonder who is the one being judged, me or Ninx. It'll only be proven with time. It's New Year's. Whoopee woohoo, whoopee woohoo, whoopee woohoo. Now look, if you guys pay attention, if you guys were paying attention, look at the room.
Let's make it a good one.
Does everything look a little duller to you? I noticed this instantly and I was like, fuck, did I pick the bad ending?
Happy New Year to you.
Fuck. And this is
Oh man.
I'm not gonna say it. But when you're in a certain frame of mind, the world just looks like this. And
Anyone else catch it?
it started to give me flashbacks.
Why would I want
I was getting
something?
more flashbacks. I was in Nam. I was watching the bombs drop, and it took me back to the trenches,
Oh, that's too bad. Apparently, Mitsuru-san got kimono.
watching my brothers die in front of me. And all I could do was grab my bayonet and charge forward in the mud
Story.
while the rain poured.
You're going to the shrine?
I'm obviously joking. I was not in a war,
No, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
but
Well,
those who understand will get it.
So I'll tag along.
Oh, I'll go too.
We're all going. Especially if we gotta fight gods later, we definitely need to get that team morale up.
Where is it?
Straight up, we gotta get that team morale up.
Sweet.
All right, check it.
Happy
And
New Year.
honestly,
We'll give it our best.
I fuck with
Anyhow,
the
too late.
females wearing kimonos the long way, especially when you look like my Oracle. Like she complements herself very well. I feel like the other
Happy New Year.
three, they're just all wearing different variations of pink, and it's like there's no original thought. But my Oracle is like in like this beautiful like green blue. You know what I'm saying? Complementing her hair. She got the accents on with the orange and shit. You know, she put that fit on type shit. You know what I'm saying? She put that shit on type shit. I'm saying in the contest she won. Like low key, the contest she won. But like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with ladies wearing kimonos.
However,
Like, it just looked nice.
is that what is this?
But then Junpei starts saying some shit, and I'm like, fuck. Am I Junpei? Man, I just admire the female anatomy, man.
Why
Is that illegal?
Man,
Shit.
what a beautiful
Soon they're gonna be arresting straight men.
guy.
Just for being straight men. Fuck.
By the way,
Oh my
your
god.
place cold?
She's
Hello.
sweeter than a cherry pie. But when she does, shake it, rock and dance. Man, I haven't got a chance. I call her my lollipop, lollipop. Oh, my lollipop.
Great role model for emoticon.
Boom, boom, boom. Little mama, baby, tell me why your kiss is sweeter than a cherry pie. Alright, I'm gonna stop because they hit Junpei. I'm probably gonna get hit too. Shit. Shit. But yeah, y'all already know what the deal is, huh? Y'all already know what the deal is.
Let's just try to stay positive and wearing something like although the sash makes it
Just a single man trying to court a beautiful
I drew a paper portrait.
queen
I'm sure that
to bother me every day until I die.
Just say that. Dude, don't go making stuff up.
But you said.
Huh? But
See, I feel like Junpei and the little kid, they're like father and son. He like says some shit to him in private. This is how you get chicks, son. And it's just like the
planning on heading back?
typical male things you say to your son. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna oust anyone, and I'm not gonna oust myself. And then the little kid being like wide-eyed, you know what I'm saying, is over here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just, tell the ladies what my dad told me or my older brother told me, you know what I'm saying? And then they're like, what? You say that when my back's not turned? And they all jump him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like such a cartoony scene. Like it's so classic. It's so classic. It brings me back. It's nice.
That's what
I give this moment
we all wished for the same thing.
an 8 out of 10. Chef's
I'm
kiss.
not praying for divine help. There's nothing to worry about. I have the utmost certainty.
Yeah, I know we can. We should get Hello, this is Elizabeth.
What you got for me, Liz?
Calling in regard to a recent, it seems,
Oh, word?
that had been blocked off. I thought it
Bet.
to inform. Well then, I wish.
I appreciate you, shawty. So y'all know what that means. We go into Tart. We gotta see what's going on in Tart. See, I'm stressed out. I'm looking at everything now, trying to see if like there's like some sort of hint to tell me what type of ending I just put myself in. Like I genuinely don't want a bad ending, but I feel like a bad ending or a sad ending. I want everybody at the end of my run to get like their wish. Even though I want Junpei and my Oracle to like link up. You know what I'm saying? I want the boxer and the ice lady to link up. You know what I'm saying? The little boy got the dog. He cool. That just leaves me and Yukari-chan to just, you know what I'm saying, go on a little, cruise. Go to like a little cruise to the Bahamas, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. My whole team could pull up with a little love cruise to the Bahamas. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So long as they got a partner and they ain't bothering me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, we trying to see what this new place got. Again, this is the new place into the fall. This is like the footsteps into the fall, right? So that's kind of funny. We're walking into the footsteps. Hopefully we don't fall, but we're going into the fall, y'all. So, yeah. I'm just interested on what the monsters are, what their weaknesses are, and how much I can get off of first contact. That's almost like meeting aliens for the first time. How do you come at them? Well, personally, if I was to be blessed to be met with an alien, like from outer space, I would probably give them my favorite thing to eat, which is a lot of things, but I'd probably start off with something small like chocolate. Because chocolate, in like the human sense, is always like a kind thing. Sometimes it can be romantic, depending on the circumstances and what you say. Peace offerings. But here, we don't want peace. We're actually looking for the smoke. So I'd actually just show them the barrel of my gun and say, "What's up? Welcome to America, motherfucker," and pop off. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? These guys aren't friendly aliens. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to eradicate the world. So I'm not gonna be friendly. I'm not gonna bring them a box of chocolates. You know, if anything, I'm gonna load up my silver bullets and go wolf hunting. Or bring holy water and start, you know, my crusades.
You can do it, Koro-chan. There's a shadow.
Speaking of like witch hunts and stuff like that, don't you find I found it kind of crazy how like some of the witch hunts and stuff like that were just basically like disgruntled husbands, like getting rid of like their like wives that have done nothing wrong. And like the easiest way to do that at the time was just say like they were witches and getting them burned. They're like troublesome or like hard to reason with wives, which like in that connotation could be anything, literally anything. The woman could just be really smart, just inherently, and the guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you reading books? That's illegal. Women can't read." And then all of a sudden there's a witch hunt, you know? Or it's like a very well taught huntress, right? Living out in the woods, living off of nature like God intended, and all of a sudden they're like, "That's witchcraft. How are you fucking doing that? I don't know how to do that. Robble. She's a witch. Burn her at the stake," type shit. Like, you know, stupid shit that makes us want to kill each other, you know? I'm so glad. Well, in some ways we've evolved out of it, and others we haven't, but I digress, right? We're not talking about that. I'm thinking to myself, shoot her with it. Yeah. The bird, shoot the bird down. Makes so much sense, right? Of course. You shoot birds down. I'm gonna try that with all the birds I run into. I'm gonna just shoot them and see if they fall.
And that's how it's done. You look really
One of the things I do enjoy about the combat in this game is that it's not, in my opinion, it's not hard to figure out which enemies are going to have zero resistances and which enemies are going to have very obvious resistances. In this next fight, or in one of these next fights, I'll kind of explain my thought process. I wonder if it's this one. I don't think it is. Nope. There's a specific fight where I think of like the animal and what the weakness of that animal is, and it is exactly that. And I'm just kind of like, just like with the bird thing, you shoot birds down, and it's effective, right? So, like that kind of like common sense knowledge, the fact that you can incorporate it in a game like this it's funny to me. It makes me laugh every time. It's like, wow, they put common knowledge in a video game, huh? Oh no. He's trying to charm my team. Whatever shall I do? Oh wait, I prepared for this. I'm like Batman with prep time. But I already had prep time. Physical attack. Oh, I was wrong. and I'm the one that was playing this. Okay, so he looks like he's gonna be probably weak to every single magic attack I have. So what's that tell me? I'm gonna go straight into physical. And Kuro dodges what probably would have killed him. So, you know what? That's a good boy. He deserves belly rubs after this. Wow. Crit. That's good RNG. Now we get in that ass. Like, and she telling me that like that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm so what is it? like rhythmed to do this, the AI knows what I'm gonna do. It's crazy. It's like my team structure. I don't even. Oh, okay. So he's not weak to all elements. I was literally about to say I don't even know why I did that when I know the physical attacks are what are gonna really like save me in this run. I just don't believe I'll kill in this turn, so I decided to go for a defensive play. I feel like Kuro, though he is handy, his physical attack is kind of mid. Doesn't really do much for me. It either hits one time or it hits 4 times. If it hits 4 times, it hits 10 damage. If it hits 1 time, it hits 50 damage. It's like, it doesn't really matter. Holy shit. Yeah, we got Oko, guys. So we are in Doomsday territory. But you know what? My team is kind of gnarly. So this actually doesn't frighten me as much as you think. Definitely gotta maintain the people who are still alive. I will get my butler up in a moment if I can. Ugh. We are charmed. But hey, we get a lucky dispel immediately. That's good. Again, I have RNG on my side right now. I like with this level of positive RNG, this battle is a cakewalk. I just have to get my butler up. Sonata-san is now up. Let's go. And now it's just beating the shit out of this guy. My dog is dodging everything, bro. Kuro, I'm telling you, he deserves a belly rub after this, man. Like, he's such a good boy. What type of dog is Kuro? I don't know that species, that breed of dog. Can y'all let me know in the comments below? I might actually get this, like, once I become like an actual affluent person and I'm actually doing well in life, I probably will get a dog. Not probably, I will get a dog. I'll probably get a cat too. I've had both dogs and cats in my life, so I enjoy all pets. I know I'm getting weird in life when I want to get a pet snake and start breeding them shits. Because I know that's just, like, that's bizarre. It's not bizarre, it's just not, it's not the usual. Imagine somebody pulling up to your house and you're like, hey, you want to see my snake room? And they're like, the fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, I have a whole room dedicated to snakes. And then, you know, you walk them into it, and then all of a sudden they just see this, just a bunch of these big motherfuckers that are kind of like dogs, but not really. They eat rats and shit. And then you're like, you look at them and like, you want to hold it? And they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation, right? And it's an interesting conversation to have. When they hit first, it's a big indicator of what they're weak to. I saw the ice and I'm thinking, fire? Fire, fire, fire. And I was right. Insane. And it's like, Junpei is like my flame swordsman, so he's fire and physical. But Kuro is my dark knight that has fire. So it's like covering 3 bases when Junpei only covers 2 is like, it's so much. It's so lucrative. It's so lucrative. It's hard to hate. The dog needs a belly rub. Dog puts in work. He's a good boy. Bro.
That was a good workout.
But again, we're still only in the beginning phases of the fall floors. I feel like the bosses are really where it's gonna start turning up. I could be wrong, but again, these are little fish to me right now. I only care about big fish hunting. And so I understand the weakness of, I think, one of these guys. So I'm gonna hit it with dark. See what it do. And the bird's weak to dark, bro. We're going. If I could afford it, we'd go to silver.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Trying to see if I had any intel, and I did not. See, I want to hit because they're dressed in black, right? So I think light magic, but I'm thinking to myself, do I have a persona that has like a regular light spell that doesn't involve like like a crazy RNG stat? The insta kills are like a crazy RNG stat in my mind. So I'm trying to like mitigate RNG from rearing its ugly head. I don't know how else to say it. Yes, you better. Darn it. Yes, we global wind here. This is a category 4 at your dome. And I find a weakness. So now it's time to jump them. We are on 21 Jump Street right now and fucking them up. Looking good while we do it. Yeller. Woo!
Now it's done.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
You looked really cool out there, Goro.
Honestly, I just want to like the only way I make games like this harder for myself is by being inebriated, right? And it sucks to say that I can't become inebriated when I want. This game, in my mind, this game is so much fun, but like when my brain is functioning on like full capacity, it just seems simple. That's kind of why I like playing competitive games, because it's never simple, because of either how a player plays, they could play really lame, or how the game is constructed to where like your character could just be harder to play than others, right? So you know what I'm saying? That challenge keeps my brain in it, irregardless of if the game is easy or not. So when games are like this and it's all like AI and it's all about numbers and math, which I'm really good at, like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. That's why I kind of want to see what the hard mode is, or like whatever the harder difficulties in this game are, because I want to see how this game can become challenging. But I already know what the answer is. They're just going to make it harder for certain things to happen, and they're also going to like reduce probably your overall damage output, which again does increase difficulty, you know, while they decrease your stats, right, they increase the enemy stats, right? And again, it makes it harder, right? But again, if it's just a numbers game, you know, at some point, if you come at it with like strategy and understanding, like, it's not gonna be like too irritating. It's just how many times will I sneeze, you know? I don't know. Oh, look, I got a chain weakness. See, because their heads are like made out of like balloons, I would think that wind wouldn't have been their weakness, but it is. And I thought since they were wearing black, light would be their weakness, but it wasn't. Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, cool. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of this persona. The only reason why I have him is because he doesn't have an RNG light skill. So if I can find or get a persona that has a good light ability that's global and it doesn't involve, you know, RNG, like, you know, this guy's gone in a heartbeat, but you know what? It's whatever. I'm actually thinking about fusing him with that skeleton that I have. That all he has are insta-kill light spells.
Two enemies. You can take them.
Nice.
Enemy eliminated. Good boy, Kuro-chan.
Insane how Kuro-chan can just wipe out some of these targets. The dog can hunt birds, and he pees on the rocks. I don't know how that works, but it works. You know what I'm saying?
Juno, hear me. Please help them.
Let's go. SP and health regen? My Oracle is OG. OG. Nice. Crit.
No jackets detected.
I'm not trying to jinx it, but so far it's looking like just walking into this place, my stats have increased, and I haven't even leveled up that much, and my RNG is good, like crazy good. Like it's super hard to feel like I'm gonna have a hard time dealing with the bosses here for right now. My team just seems like they're already equipped to deal with the problem. I don't have to learn anything new. I don't feel like I need to switch anything out. I'm vibing for real.
That's our way up. Good boy, Kuro-chan.
And since I'm like so comfortable, right? I'm being chilling, right? So I'm just gonna walk around. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see the sights. I'm gonna see what they got in store in this motherfucker. Low key, originally I was like, man, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm not trying to fight too much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to die. You know, in this, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, get to the boss and, you know, do my thing for real. But it's I gotta look for the big fish now. I got to. I have to. What do you guys think 3 heads stacked on top of each other are weak against? I'm thinking ice? Maybe they don't like brain freeze? I have no idea. I hope they find this shocking and they actually like it. And your brain is just a gigantic supercomputer that fires, that works off of electronic signals. So electricity is no good. I'll keep that in mind. I will never use electricity on 3 brains or 3 heads ever again. It just won't happen. So I just increased my magic damage, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna just go with my strongest magic spell, which is this ice. I hope this gives them brain freeze. Massive brain freeze. It did 400, which is not bad at all. Cannot hate it. I actually kind of love it. So let's see if this does anything. 347. It's not bad either, but I can't use any magic for this guy. It's okay.
I have to do this.
Persona. And then it blocks wind, bro. Oh my god. My Yukari is weak to fucking electricity, and that was kind of shocking. But we already know this because she's wind attribute, and wind and thunder do not mingle well. And y'all already know what the deal is. We gotta keep our medic up all the time. There's no way I'm gonna let my medic stay dead. And that misses? Dear God. We're finally running into some unfortunate circumstances. But you know what? I'm going to eat my words because I just got a crit. Let's go. 251, not bad. I wonder why I got 550 on that one jumping I did, and then all of a sudden I got 251 this one. Like, the physical resistance must be crazy. At least it didn't Oko her this time. Hey, you hit that guy who fucking eat and breathes electricity? I'm fucking down. This has to be my favorite special for right now. I thought the Loki Thor combo would give me a new spell, but it just did not, and I'm kind of disappointed. I'm gonna lie. I'm very disappointed. They're both gods from the same family. They're brothers. Do you think they would want to? They have some combo attacks together. Yeah, they don't like each other, but when something threatens Midgard or Asgard, Loki and Thor link up to fuck up the opposition. Like, and the fact that they don't have a combo spell together is ridiculous, bro. Just ridiculous, bro. Hey, but whatever. We beat the heads. Yeah. Wow. So far, honestly, this has been a kind of a cakewalk. I'm a little disappointed if I'm being 100% with you. Oh, this guy. This guy. With his fucked up hula hoop. His gravity defying hula hoop. Let's see what this deranged hula hooper got for me. What you got for me? See, Kuro don't even like you, nigga. You already know what it is. See, past experience tells me that this motherfucker is immune to all magic spells, but I don't want to, again, judge the book by its cover. I definitely want to hit it first. Wow. 228. I'm thinking just relying on physical at this point, but I might still try a spell or two. 190. Like, at this point, how strong my people are, if they're not hitting like 200 to 300, I'm just disappointed. The match is gonna go on forever and a half, and it's like, you ever get tired of looking at something so much? Like you're just like, man, I'm really sick of looking at your ugly bug. Yeah, this is how I get, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Have you? Okay, so I'm generally the nice guy in the group, in my opinion, right? I could be, I could be wrong, but I'm generally the nice guy in the group, right? But okay, so have you ever said something being the nice? Have you ever said something rude being the nice guy in the group and see the like astonishment in everybody's face, and it's just like they forgot that you could do that? I find that so like I find it humorous. It's like you don't think people can like just flip a switch. You know what I mean? What the thing I said too wasn't even like bad, right? It was just like I don't remember the exact conversation, right? But I just ended off the conversation. Damn! Every single crit, crazy RNG. But anyway, I just ended the conversation with, I'm tired of looking at your guys' ugly bugs, right? And everybody just looked and they were like, damn, bro. And I'm like, what? Am I supposed to like enjoy looking at you fucks? Like, is it, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I like when I said it and they were like all astonished. I'm like, what? You want me to take it back? Like, no. Like, the fuck? You think you want me to say I like looking at you fucks? Like, you incorrect. Like, the hell? I thought it was so funny.
You're really beat up. Hurry, you've got to heal.
tripping. See, and I'm like, why did I do that when it's not gonna do anything? I can go for a physical attack here because it's gonna weaken him more, and then you know his turn's up next. If he starts killing, I have to go through a revival phase. Like it's just gonna take longer to end the battle. Don't want to go through it. Persona smack. 217 is very solid. Very solid. 130. Ugh. 58. Oh my god, bro. I'm telling you. I just want Kuro to get some better physical attacks, man. Like, oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
In this situation,
Somebody scream! Ah! Now, the idea in my mind of bringing Aegis into the party is starting to grow slowly. I feel like after this battle, all the monsters I face are gonna be really physically dependent. Like they're gonna have crazy magic resistance. The only way I'm gonna be able to kill them is by using a hell amount of physical damage. Y'all peep the plan, right? You see all the physical buffs, right? Y'all peep the plan, right? And then look at the devastation. Fuck. That was weak shit, but that scared the hell out of me. Hold on to your dookie, cause it's about to get spooky. And oh my god, bro, I'm telling you, a weaker man would have to change his pants, but I'm no weak man. But hey, I was pretty close. Anyway.
Girl, why not? Try for some healing.
I don't know what I do right here. Do I heal everybody? Do I heal myself? Do I cut the guy? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know no more. All right, so I'm having this problem, right? Do you guys ever like just okay? So y'all know like how memories work, right? You just see something or hear something and it reminds you of some shit, right? Well, do you guys have that same thing with like food? Like, I don't know what brought this about, but I am being reminded of a very bad tuna fish sandwich that I had. And I'm like, why am I remembering this? It was the worst thing I ever had. And I felt like it was made out of horse meat. Or like food you give to horses. Or like dogs. It was so bad, bro. But I ate that shit because I was fucking hungry. I don't know what makes me think of that or what made that taste occur in my mouth. But like it just like I had a whole thought process going on about what I was gonna say, and then that happened, and now I'm just upset. If I'm being honest, now I'm just upset. I don't know what the fuck was that. It's like, what the fuck? It must be all the because it was a really like. Because obviously when you eat something that's like kind of funky, you look at the inside of it, and it was like white like paste, like white like glue that you use as like a little like as a jit when you're in school, right? It was so white, it made no sense. It was like, and I'm thinking all the white that I'm seeing right now on the screen right here, coupled with the fact that I want to eat a snack right now, but I can't. It just gave me that flashback. Fuck my whole day up. It's not even daytime. It's fucking weird. excuse me, went to Kolf.
Good job, everyone.
Who is this? I'm sorry.
A new skill. Gonna have to
Let's go. I don't really give a fuck when my personas level up because I might just throw them away anyway. But when my companions' personas level up, I'm just kind of like, fuck yeah, I'm doing something. And he got a god ability in my mind. If it says god in it, that means it's probably near the strongest of the art of the element type or physical type, right? So the fact that my butler has the fist of the god is kind of sick. It's kind of gnarly. Like, and Junpei starts talking like he wants to join the fight, so I might let him slide and say goodbye to Kuro for a little bit, give the dog a break because he's been carrying low key. I do got a lot of. I think I have dark. I'm pretty sure I have dark spells, so and fire, so I will be fine without Kuro. And if I bring Junpei in, I will also have more fire spells. I just have to get Junpei up to the level of everybody else and get his persona up to where he can like handle the shit that we're about to go through.
Be careful not to
But
get lost.
you know what I'm saying?
That chest looks valuable.
She said, "Be careful not to get lost," and she don't know I'm Zoro. I'm already lost. Okay, I don't even know where I'm going right now. I'm just hoping I make it there. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Oh, there's a treasure chest. One target. This will be no problem at all.
Great, now I gotta solve the great Rubik's Cube problem. Why? Like, the thing is, I don't want to kick Koro-chan out of my party because of that one reason. He's immune to dark, and dark and light are the two spell types that have Oko. And if I have one ally that's immune to Oko other than me, that means I have more likelihood of survival. And if I put Junpei in, he has no resistances other than to like I think fire and physical. You know what I'm saying? That means he could just get one shot way easier than what you would expect. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see that. I don't want to feel that. Cause then I'm just chasing my tail. I gotta constantly worry about Junpei ass falling, and it's like, man, fuck. I'm just trying to kill this motherfucker. I ain't trying to worry about your ass slipping on a banana peel every 5 seconds. Come on. And then I'm yelling at Junpei, get your head in the game, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck.
another day on the job.
Stay on guard. Darkness has no effect on
Riding his ass like an angry coach. It's like, man, fuck. Man. Knowing if I was in Junpei's shoes, I'd be like, nigga, get off my fucking dick for real. Type shit. Oh my god, he's trying to quart. Oh my god, that did too much damage. I partially wanted to like just kill him off of him punching her that hard. I was like, dude, listen, man, I understand you're possessed and shit, but if I do this global shit, you get hit by it, that's your goddamn fault. You should have learned not to look, motherfucker. Especially when you don't even know what that thing is. It's like you and your homeboy, again, I bring up the aliens. You and your homeboy find an alien, and that alien for some reason got like, it looked bad attractive. It's like a female alien or whatever, and it got like the anatomy to where humans would find it attractive, and your homie's like, damn, bro, damn, like maybe you let her conquer the world so I can hit. And I'm like, nigga, what's the fuck wrong with you? You better lock in, nigga. Like, you don't even know what she doing. She could be. Are you brainwashed, my nigga? You need, like, what the fuck? Like, her box could be have razor sharp teeth. You don't even know, and you just gonna let it happen, bro. And he's like, yeah, man. I'm gonna be like, listen, you need to get your dumb ass out of here before you do my saw. You better. We need to lock this man up. We need to lock this man up. Put him in a female jail. He need it. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, we don't want men and females in female restrooms. Like, you know what I'm saying? For that exact reason, you feel me? Like, the fuck? Oh, but we still let it. We still do that. We still do it just because a guy says he feels like a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. But the reason why it's like humorous to me because I think to myself, how many women have been put in uncomfortable situations because we say something's okay. And you know, that's a great example of it. That's a great example. And it's like, it's a joke, guys. It's a joke. We don't think about it too seriously. I in my mind is like, the PC people are coming after me, and they're gonna come after me in droves. They're gonna be like, how dare you, robble, transgender rights, robble. This isn't a joke, robble. This is my life, robble. I cut off my penis. Ah, shit. Here we go. Oh my god. Damn, man. I can never go back. Nah, but I'm pretty sure that fuck with a lot of people's mental. And then like the guys who managed to get that shit on their side and they still got their shit intact and they just a dude in a dress. they finessing somebody, alright. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm off it. Okay, some people get real serious about that. I'm off it. This is all in jest, guys. We gotta learn to laugh at these things, cause again, it, like, in their minds, it makes logical sense to do that, but not in mine. So in my mind, to make it less of a problem, because there are problems that come with that, because people can lie, you know, I have to make it a joke. That's the only way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if I offended anyone, I'm sorry. You know, but like, again, some people like to abuse rules. You know, there are some rule abusers, and my mind can see where you could abuse the rules there. And now we're gonna jump him. Get him! Get him now! He poked holes in it.
That certainly went well.
This makes me want to bring up geishas and how geishas used to originally be Asian men dressing up as women, doing all that stuff, you know, and I'm thinking like, well, in some cultures, I guess that's where it starts, you know. In some places, you know, in some movies, you know, in some scenes, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this was the battle I was talking about earlier where I used common sense to figure out weaknesses, right? They're snakes, right? So I think, oh, snakes are weak to cold stuff, right? So I'm gonna just hit them with some cold shit and see if it hurts.
In this situation,
Spoiler alert, it hurts. Cold-blooded things can't live in the cold. Though their blood is cold, so you would think they could, but I guess if you put a cold thing in cold places for too long, they just freeze to death. Science is a funny thing, and Mother Nature is fucked up. Imagine you see a snake in the tundra and it's living it's living its best life. It's like, what type of evolution did that motherfucker have to go through? That's probably one hairy danger noodle. Or it's like the first warm-blooded snake ever in recorded history, and that probably fat as shit with like blubber. I'm thinking like some. I'm thinking like it has to be big too to like survive in the area because of like the type of creatures in that area aren't small and predominantly under ice, so it'd probably be like the size of maybe like a squid, or maybe like it'd be something, or it'd be like a ridiculous size, like kraken size, and it's just like eating the terrain as it's moving and shit. It's like a fuck. What are like it's like one of those like large subterranean animals that you see in like cartoons, like the Alaskan bullworm when it's crawling under the ground. The whole like it creates like a mound while it's moving under the ground, but it's like ice and it's a snake. I think that'd be fucking insane. That's like a boss right there. That's like a fucking boss in real life. But like, yeah. What animals do you guys think are like boss animals in real life? I think like Komodo dragons are a good example if they got any bigger. If they got bigger, holy shit. Some snakes are boss monsters. They're just really relaxed because they're fucking huge as shit. And you know what I'm saying? It's hard to really manage a huge as shit body, especially if something's just like walking around it or lifting it up. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you're not biting me. I'm gonna just chill. You know what I'm saying? But you bite me, I'm gonna wrap my fucking long ass around you, and I'm gonna fucking choke you out to death, squeeze you until you pop, and then eat you whole. Fuck. Snakes are weird, dude. Don't even get me started on crocodiles. How long have them bitches been living?
Let's keep going.
It's kind of depressing how you think, damn, we killed all the big alligators that lived for fucking like centuries and shit. For what reason? Because they were too big and they didn't fear anything other than nothing. They're so scary. Mother Nature or Father Time don't even fuck with them. You know what I mean? It's like, what? So they made us to go fuck with them. It's like, I mean, oh damn, they healed me. And then he did a weird thing. I don't know what that weird thing was, but he did the thing. Bah, bam. And they're both weak to fire. That's good RNG. Oh, these conversations have been weird, so I'm gonna keep making it weirder. Do you guys think that Frankenstein is a thing that we can actually recreate in modern time? Just throwing together a bunch of random pieces of things and using electricity to restart the heart to make it function? Do you think that's actually possible? Would that just be a homunculus? Is Frankenstein a homunculus? But you know, I feel like Frankenstein was just like a wives' tale, right? It wasn't like a real thing. It wasn't like based off a true story where a guy like fucking made the dude and fucking it roamed around and freaked out a city and shit. It was just all make believe and shit. But there are there are some stories of people actually creating a homunculus. And what they of one account of what I could remember of what a guy did with the homunculus he created, I think he killed it because it was like it had no sense of morality, right? It was like it like would just kind of like kill things indiscriminately, and it was like a handful to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like you think of it like a cat's playful, like, I'm gonna bring you a dead fucking bird just because I love you. You know what I'm saying? But it was on like a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? It was like a human sized whatever. And it was just killing shit because it like had no there was no reason not to. It's like, wow, that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? But I wonder, this challenges conventional thought, right, and what people think is possible. So I'm gonna stop here. But what do you guys think? Is Frankenstein a homunculus? Is it possible to restart hearts with just electricity? How much voltage do you think is possible to even accomplish that? And for Frankenstein, it was a lightning bolt. But nowadays, would you need more? How if you use too much, what would happen? Kaboom boom, or would you just cook a dead carcass? I wonder. In this situation, we just burned the whole house down. We moved to a different place where no one knows who we are. And instead of being a scientist, I become a doctor. I already know a lot about the human anatomy off of that one experiment anyway. That's why I love science. You just dive into it a little bit and you learn so fucking much. Now, fall. Ooh, a crit.
Oh, enemies defeated. Good work out there.
Again, the reason why I start chuckling, right, is because I think of the conversation I had earlier. What's normal? You know what I mean? Some people are gonna be like, "Wow, that was fucking weird," but other people are gonna be like, he's bringing up a lot of interesting points. He's bringing up some shit I never thought of before." So the scientific minds are gonna be like, "Damn, is that possible?" And they're gonna start. They might do a little research later. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what in some of the conversations I have on here is what I want to do is I want to spark the mind in thinking outside the box, because that's, you could go to so many interesting places and realize that where you're going is based off of facts and reality, and that you could do it with enough maybe understanding, funding, and resources. Ooh, I got a weakness. Let's see if I can find another one. This one was lightning, right? You gotta shock the boxes to shock the masses. Oh my god. Funny, they resist each other's weaknesses. How what's the word I'm looking for? How convenient. Now imagine one guy's weakness heals the other guy. Then that would make this fight way more annoying. Having flashbacks to that hand fight. Those hands, man, when they were in a group of 5, that was like fucking nightmare fuel. I could see them like literally fucking up a whole squad of people just like not being prepared. But I pull through. I pull up like Batman.
Great targets. They're weak, but don't be careless.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get careless. I just don't know what I can hit these niggas with. You know what I'm saying? What do I hit these niggas with? Do I put on a mask, or do I, you know what I'm saying? Do I show him something? None of it hit. What the fuck? My team is on the fucking ball right now. It's crazy. Yeah, just for you. Hold that shit. Hold all of it. Yeah. And then you missed. You missed. Maybe you should take that helmet off because it's blocking your vision. Because you missed. Oh my god. You're trying to fear, but my team feels no fear. That's www.fuckyou.com. Now I'm just trying to. I'm really just trying to kill him here. You know what I'm saying? I really just want to ice him. I realize Loki has mighty, holy, or what is it, like spiritual or divine, whatever the fuck that magic's called. And I cut my dog. I am upset. Why they gotta do that to my fucking dog, bro? I hope they got, man. Then they get crushed in the dust. How they deserve to fuck for that travesty they did to my dog, bro. That's a good boy right there. Now he got a paper cut. Fucking trash. Know your place, trash. Did that guy have like an actual channel? Like, what? I never learned who that guy's name is, or what that guy does. All I know is that meme, and that meme is good. Know your place, trash. As he throws a fucking PC into the fucking trash can. Like, the fuck. That's when memes are actually fucking funny. Now it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna just poison food for the masses for clicks on YouTube. Hooray! More signs that we need to be focusing more on our populace and going to help another. I said I was done with that conversation. Yeah, I keep bringing it up. Oops. Looks like we've met the next boss, and honestly, guys, the way my team is looking, I don't feel like we should fight it. So I'm actually gonna dip. I'm actually gonna run from this fight, and you know, this is actually gonna be the end of the run for today. It was actually really fun. You know, there were some crazy times like the kimono, and you know, there were some interesting battles like the floor boss that I fought. Yeah, but you know, guys, if you liked, if you like my Persona series and you know what I'm kind of going through right now, you know, like, comment, subscribe, show your support, and I'll, you know, keep throwing it out. Probably still gonna keep throwing it out anyway, but you know, until next time, peace.